Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.
As you are coming in with your audio, feel free to let us know where you're tuning in from, just in the chat.
Hello. Can anyone hear me?
Yes, Lenny, we can hear you. Welcome. Just pop you on mute. I know where you're from. Do you want to let everybody else know where you're from?
Is there anyone else watching, or is because I can only see me and you?
Probably because we're in speaker mode.
Alrighty.
Where's everybody from? Where are you joining us from?
Hello.
Indiana. Welcome, Jenna. So happy to have you here.
Also, just let us know if our video and audio is okay. So if you can't hear me or Olga for any reason, just please let us know in the chat.
Thank you, Jenna.
And if you are on your phone, our preference is that you actually join this class from your desktop computer, but if you're not able to do that, just hit refresh on your phone and hopefully the audio and video should be okay. Grenfell, New South Wales. Whereabouts is that, Lenny? Hi, Sammy. Welcome, welcome. Oh, 2 hours southwest of Bathurst. Okay, I'm familiar with Bathurst. Wonderful. Well, welcome. We're so happy to have you here. Now, I think to prepare, we're going to be spending about an hour and a half together because we do plan on sharing a lot of information with you, and it will also be recorded. So we're going to send you a recording when this is over. Now, typically when we teach, we don't look at the chat too much because we really want to focus on what we're teaching and sharing, but there will be heaps of time for the Q&A at the end. So please jot down any questions that come up for you, and we can definitely go through them then.
All right, perfect. So like Ina said, we're definitely going to be sharing a lot. So we want to be really focused and present with information we're sharing so that you can absolutely get the most out of this class.
We also do want to reiterate that we are live here with you today. It is 22nd of February, 8:30 p.m. And I am coming to you from Sydney, Australia. And the lovely Olga is coming from Melbourne, Australia. Now we're going to be putting up the PowerPoint presentation, and I hope that the technology gods are going to be working with us today. Beautiful. Can everyone see that? Can you please let me know in the chat if you can see the presentation?
Perfect. So as you know, we'll be teaching you the 5 steps you need to take to bulletproof your mindset and create or manifest the life of your dreams. Even if you've never done mindset work before or manifesting before. So if you've recently been thinking about self-development, mindset work, coaching, how to refocus your energy and creating a life that actually feels purposeful and aligned to who you really are as a person, then this class is for you.
Now, in this masterclass, you're going to learn how to take back control of your overthinking mind and release your negative and limiting beliefs. You will learn how to bulletproof your mindset so that your thinking patterns are positive and empowering. You will understand conscious manifesting so to become the most powerful creator of the life you want, even if you haven't done any mindset work or manifesting before. And as we've mentioned, we do have a lot to share with you today and are dedicated to be truly present with you to do that. So can we please ask that you are also truly present with us and set aside all distractions? So maybe don't look at the chat too much and turn your phone to do not disturb. Close that door to whatever room you're in. Close the 5,000 browser tabs that you have open if you're anything like me. But I will caveat to say that if you did want to take an Instagram story or a picture to share this class on the socials and share what you're learning, that would mean so much to us. And if you can please tag us in it with @the highest self-activation vault, then we will definitely repost it for you. Even if it's just a picture of the slides or a little video with something that you've learned, that would mean so much to us. And again, we're definitely going to reshare it in our Instagram stories. But other than that, we invite you to please be fully present with us, because this is the first time we're going to be sharing all these knowledge that we've learned about reprogramming your mind and easily manifesting your goals to anyone outside of working with us one-on-one. So this is literally the first time we are revealing this side of our business and peeling back the curtains on how exactly our clients and us have had so much success in completely changing our mindsets and creating the lives we've always wanted. So as you can see, I can talk a bit fast. There is a lot that we have packed into the next 90 minutes or so, and we don't want you to miss a thing. Also, we invite you to stay until the end of the class for a live Q&A with us, where we're going to stay as long as we need to make sure that you get all the help and support and clarity you desire. We're going to answer any questions you may have today about mindset work, your subconscious mind, and manifesting. And we will also be extending an invitation to our membership that dives deeper into all things regarding rewiring your subconscious mind, how to harness its power to work for you, and everything you need to know about manifesting. We have broken it down really easy for you and have all the right knowledge, guides, some really powerful techniques and meditations, and action plans to guide you all the way through your journey. So trust us, you're going to want to stick around to hear about this membership, because this class is really the only opportunity where you're going to be able to ask us questions live about it, as well as get an exclusive and mind-boggling offer. And secondly, as a thank you for being with us today, we are giving you a class workbook detailing everything we cover in this class. We're going to share it now in the chat below to further help you integrate all the learnings. So if you haven't gotten the class workbook as yet, just check the chat. The lovely Olga's just put it in there. Now, there's no need to print it out if you don't want to, but you can download it to follow along with the class. We've honestly included so much information for you there to take with you, and we know it's going to be really useful for you going forward on your mindset journey. This workbook makes such a great addition because you're going to be making such huge mindset shifts and experiencing some really cool aha moments. So you may want to have a pen ready to take down some notes. And because we're feeling extra generous, as well as the workbook, we're going to gift you a free guide that we've created called Reclaim Your Power in Love. So trust us when we say you want to stay till the end. It has 4 very easy to follow steps and very powerful exercises that indeed help you reclaim your power in love, so that you can create the most beautiful relationship with your current partner or a new partner, if that is what you're looking for. It would also help with building better friendships and family relationships too. And once we go through this masterclass, you will understand exactly just how powerful you are right now to do that. You can literally create anything you want, even the most amazing love. So before we do jump into the class material and the teaching portion of this, we do want to know a little bit about you. So obviously, if you have signed up to this class, you're at a point in your life where you know you are meant for more. Perhaps you've recognized some overthinking getting in the way of inner peace. Perhaps you have some negative thinking patterns or habitual behaviors that may be holding you back in your life. You may have even looked into subconscious mind and manifesting before. And just like most of my one-on-one clients say to me when they come to work with me, I've tried a bit of everything and nothing works. It's all a bit too confusing. There's just so much conflicting information that I don't know what to do next, or I don't know what is the right thing, or what is the truth. Guys, help me out. And obviously, there is so much around right now about mindset work and taking charge of your thinking in creating the life that you want. I think I can safely assume similar about you. So let us know if it's true in the chat. But we would also like to know a little bit about how you're feeling specifically when it comes to mindset work. So let us know in the chat which one you are of these three by dropping a 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. Are you a number 1? Meaning that you're just curious about that mindset work and manifesting. You're not sure what it's all about and what it can do for you. Maybe you're not 100% confident yet that this is the type of self-development work you want to dive into right now, but you do know that life right now isn't really working for you. And you're hoping that by the end of this class to have some clarity, some direction, and some next steps. Or are you a number 2? Are you so ready? You know you want to create massive mindset change and know that subconscious mind work and manifesting will help you create the life that you want. Or are you a number 3? You want the right strategy. You've done so much work and now you want the right information, right tools, and a step-by-step, easy-to-follow game plan to show you exactly how to put it all together and make it work for you. You want the strategy from someone who's actually done this successfully. So let us know. All right, it looks like mostly 3s. Then we've got a 1. Through another 3. Beautiful. So you guys are looking for the right strategies. Awesome. Well, we've definitely been where all of you are at some point in our stories. And we want to share 2 of our client stories with you right now, as they've also been there. Now, when Emily started working with us, she was a consultant in the corporate world. She had many limiting beliefs and negative thinking patterns around starting her own business. However, after working with us, she's now established her own real estate company and on top of that, a film and production company. Then we had Liz. When Liz started working with us, she also had many limiting beliefs, but hers were specifically around her self-worth and her ability to thrive in a loving relationship. She found herself constantly attracting the bad guys, the ones who would not treat her as she deserved to be, yet she would continue to stay with them, just not believing that she deserved any better. However, now after working with us, she's rediscovered her self-worth. She's put in place some beautiful boundaries and is happily thriving in a new relationship with someone she calls the man of her dreams. So during this webinar, you're going to find out exactly how they did this and how possible it is for you to. Now, very quickly, we would also love to share with you about where we started and what we did to get to this point in our dream life, where we are helping our clients make permanent and powerful shifts in their lives. So a quick introduction to us. My name is Ina, and this is Olga. And between the both of us, we are qualified and experienced in many, many things, including master transformative coaching, training of NLP, hypnosis, mindset coaching, time techniques, emotional freedom techniques, neuroenergetic encoding, and life and success coaching. And on top of that, we're also life purpose and life coach. We then do meditation teaching as well as practitioner. We do chakra and energy healing, Reiki teaching, breathwork instructors. So in short, we've done the work, trust us, and we are living proof that it all works. Now, we've actually had quite a beautiful journey that had so much similarity and connection across both of our lives. We were both in different corporate jobs, but both were no longer fulfilling us. We had quite low self-esteem, and we were riddled with so much limiting beliefs and a negative self-talk that we weren't aware of at the time. But we really felt purposeless in our careers. We both ended up having a beautiful spiritual awakening where we felt quite alone and misunderstood. We then learned the powerful effects of subconscious programming on ourselves and on our lives and started dropping into deep manifestation, creating our dream life. See, what started as our side businesses started growing, becoming our actual businesses. And we began providing our clients huge shifts in their own lives by combining the subconscious mind rewiring, spirituality, energy work, and manifesting. See, we feel that this is the most important aspect of the work that we do because we are multidimensional beings. You must work on your body, mind, and soul to get that real holistic transformation. And our dream is now to reach as many people as possible to show them how easy it is to reprogram their subconscious mind and tune into their infinite nature as the most powerful creator of their life. Now, right now, we're at the stage that we only say yes to projects, work, and clients that are a definite heck yes. We are truly fulfilled because we are aligned to our work that enable us to have massive impact in other people's lives. We have financial stability. We're able to spend more time with our babies and doing more things that feel like play and that nourish our soul. This is all because of the mindset tools and the manifesting principles that we have incorporated into our lives. And we'll want to share with everyone and anyone who will listen, because we all deserve the dreams that are in our hearts. They've been put there for a reason. They can truly be your reality, because the only limitation in life are the ones that we put on ourselves. And really, it's not just us two that have been able to do this. We've worked with countless clients to help them truly shift their mindset and step into their higher self or their most confident and successful versions of themselves. See, when our clients are rid themselves of their overthinking and negative self-talk, they find that peace of mind and they just have this beautiful clarity. They can then get excited because they are so open to the possibilities that are actually available to them. And they get to work effortlessly to start creating their dream life. And honestly, there is no better feeling in the world for a coach. Now, most people come to us or decide it's time to work on their mindset because they recognize that they have a negative thinking pattern or are continuously overthinking, overanalyzing, and frequently feeling uncertain. So let me know if this sounds familiar. Are you frequently overthinking what should be an easy conversation and situation? Do you often second guess your own decisions and opinions? Do you often compare yourself to others and it leaves you feeling unsettled and unconfident? Are you consistently attracting the wrong people, the wrong conversations, the wrong situations into your life? Does your overactive mind often keep you awake at night? Do you often find yourself wishing you could experience more peace and inner confidence? Are you at a point where you want to give up on your goals, your dreams, and going after what you really want because you never really see the results? See, we've been there because many people recognize that overthinking and overanalyzing pretty much everything in their life, but most are not aware of how much it actually damages them. It damages their relationships, their conversations, self-esteem, even their confidence. Studies actually show that thinking too much can take a serious toll on your well-being. When you're dwelling on your problems, you end up affecting your mental health. Studies also show analysis paralysis is very much real. Overanalyzing everything actually interferes with your problem-solving skills. It disturbs your sleep. So I can guarantee if you're an overthinker, you likely already know that you can't sleep when your mind won't shut off. You'll be more likely to toss and turn for hours before you can actually drift off.
So what I'd like to
Can
hear.
you,
Oh,
sorry, my love,
am I good?
can you imagine what would it actually feel like to break the cycle of your overthinking mind and release your negative and limiting beliefs? Can you imagine to no longer damage relationships, conversations, self-esteem, and even confidence? Can you imagine what it would feel like to have full control over your self-talk, ensuring that the things you say to yourself are only positive and empowering? What would it feel like to step into the most powerful version of you, to feel confident about achieving your dreams and goals and really going after it, knowing that you will be successful?
So this is entirely possible. So what I'd love to hear now is what you're thinking about your reality and how that might look like when you do have a positive and empowering mindset that helps you create the life that you do want. Because we all know our thoughts create our reality, but I'm not sure we all understand to what extent that is true. So imagine all those things that you are completely in control of what you're thinking and feeling. So knowing that it's possible, what excites you most when you think about achieving that? Let us know in the chat. Is it always to be positive and not let any outside circumstances or people affect you? Is it to be able to build better relationships or have a beautiful new romantic partner or improve the current relationship you're in? Do you want to create some money and wealth, a successful business, have freedom to spend more time with family or to travel more? Is it finally time to have control of your overthinking mind and negative self-talk so that you can step towards a more empowered version of you, knowing that that actually does create your reality? So when you think about how a more positive and empowering mindset and manifesting can change your life, what excites you the most? Let us know. Yeah. Imagine being able to take the lessons from that constructive criticism, getting to the root cause of where that comes from and completely rewiring it to empowering thoughts. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Now, as you're thinking about that, let's get started on the teaching component, shall we? So this is an overview. This is the roadmap for what we're going to be doing together in our class today. Okay, so let me know in the chat if this sounds good. Okay. One, we're going to easily understand how your subconscious mind works. I'm going to explain it very simply and how it does in fact create your whole life. You're going to learn what manifesting really is and how you've been doing it your whole life already. And you're going to learn how to do it using the power of your mind so that it works in your favor. You're going to learn the 2 keys to manifesting. You're also going to learn all about the law of assumption and why it's way more powerful than the law of attraction. We're also going to provide an overview of the most powerful, proven, backed by science and research, manifesting techniques. Okay, so there's going to be a lot, that's for sure. Make sure you have your workbook or a notepad handy to take down some notes and maybe even some questions. And this isn't fluffy info. All right, so let's get to it. First and foremost, I'd like to introduce you to your very powerful subconscious mind. Now, your subconscious mind controls nearly everything you do, and it does so on autopilot. Okay. I want you to think of your subconscious mind like a computer. It was programmed with all these programs, and it executes them on autopilot without even you being aware. So the way you think, the way you behave, the decisions you make in life, the way you act to people, the way you react to situations, even the people and situations you attract into your life are all the result of your subconscious mind and the way it functions. Now, your subconscious mind was formed before the age of 7. And the way you do things, your thinking processes, they haven't changed since. So hear me out. Let me explain this clearly. Before the age of 7, you're in a state of super learning. So your mind is mostly in theta. So everything you saw, everything you heard in your environment around you, the adults in your life, teachers, school kids, the media, everything pretty much programmed your thoughts, beliefs, and values. You took on everything as fact because you didn't yet have the critical faculty formed to reject anything that might, not serve you as an adult. There really isn't a better word to describe it. So let's just go with the word programming for now, okay? Your subconscious mind runs on these programs automatically. Again, they were developed before the age of 7. Not all programs are bad. You learned how to eat, how to walk, how to talk, how to play sport, how to tie your shoelaces, how to interact with people, socialize, and how robbing a bank is not a good thing. However, the same way you learned all these functional things, our limiting beliefs and the things that we're not consciously aware of were also programmed into your mind. Okay, so for example, let's say you have an issue making money, okay? Or you struggle with your finances as an adult. This is quite common. There is a great possibility that you were raised in a household where money was an issue. Okay, maybe your parents argued about money, or maybe there was never quite enough. Maybe they had the mentality that you have to work really hard for money. So growing up, you may have heard things like, money is the root of all evil. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work really hard to get by in life. Oh, only a few rich people have a lot of money, and they're not very nice anyway. Life is really, really hard. Keeping on top of all your bills is really hard. Now, hearing these type of things as a child, yes, programs your subconscious mind without you even really being consciously aware of it. So if you believe these things, your subconscious mind creates that matching reality. I'm going to explain how it creates it really soon. But they're not real, are they? These beliefs, these opinions, they're not real, because if they were real, they'd be a fact for everyone in the world. They're just beliefs. Okay, so you have these beliefs, and again, your subconscious mind creates the matching reality. So let's have a look at love and relationships. Okay, so trigger warning for anybody. Let's say you were raised in a home that wasn't very affectionate. Maybe there was a little bit of an argument. Maybe your parents were absent a lot. Maybe they worked really hard and they just weren't really around. Okay. So as an adult, you may have a really hard time accepting love and not trusting it to be real. Or maybe you have a slight codependency issue where you feel you need to be in a relationship, even with not the right person, just to feel loved and safe. Okay. Now, in another example, and this one created a really big mind shift for me. Let's picture the child that tells his teacher he wants to be an athlete. And his teacher says, oh, it's really hard. It's really competitive and the training is really hard and it's really hard to make it as a professional. That poor kid's dreams are already shattered. And he's programmed to believe that life is really hard and going after your dreams is really hard. Now imagine the same kid if his teacher sat down with him and discussed what his training program would look like, what sports clubs or coaching clubs he should look into, what a healthy diet would look like. Imagine the difference in this child's mindset. So all of us, you and me, the way we think, the way we behave, the way we act, the way we react, the way we feel about ourselves, the way we feel about the world, is governed by all the things we heard and saw and experienced as children between the ages of 0 and 7. We have literally taken on the beliefs of other people, and they govern everything we do as adults. The subconscious creates our lives based on our beliefs. Now, when I first realized this, that they weren't even real, that they weren't even mine, gave me a massive, powerful mindset shift. And these beliefs replay over and over again on autopilot, creating our matching reality. Now, if you were to think back over your relationships, or maybe your career situations, or your financial situations, and everything else, you'll realize that you've repeated the same pattern over and over again. Different faces, different locations, but the exact same scenario has always played out. Okay, so just really quickly, here are some interesting facts about the subconscious mind, and I'm going to read through them quickly, but I want you to get a really good idea of how powerful this thing is, right? It was formed before the age of 7. It preserves the body. So it listens to everything you tell it and creates safety for your body based on those programs. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. It listens to you, you're the boss, and it creates safety for your body. It runs the body. So it has a blueprint of the body as it is now and the body in perfect health. It pumps the blood through your heart. It gives your brain, it gives your other body parts instructions to do things. It runs the body. It records everything. Your subconscious mind remembers every little thing ever from the moment you were born. You don't have perfect recall, but it remembers everything. It's always alert and awake. When you sleep at night, it's only the conscious mind that sleeps. So that 3 to 5% of the mind sleeps. Subconscious mind is wide awake and alert. Okay. It is the domain of emotions. It controls 95% of our lives. So everything we do sits on that subconscious level. We're not really aware of it. It is built on habituation. Okay, it's all habits. It has no verbal language. It takes everything literally. It does not know what's real or not. Your imagination is actually your superpower. Hang on to that thought. I'll get into that deeply shortly. It can do 1 trillion things at once. It maintains instincts and generates habits. It's not at all logical. It's the feeling mind. It is 1 million times more powerful than the conscious mind. It thinks in pictures. That's one of the reasons why your imagination is your superpower. And it cannot process negatives. And it records every single memory on a timeline, past, present, and future. So just to recap, it was formed before the age of 7, when your brain is in a state of super learning. Everything you saw in your environment, you took on as fact, and it programmed your mind. Not all programs are bad. Okay, you learn to eat, walk, play, write, socialize. Robbing a bank's not good, unless you're going to share, of course. However, you did also take on your limiting beliefs during this stage of your life too. Okay, and we've merely taken on the beliefs of other people. They're not even yours. So these programs continuously replay over and over in our life until we become consciously aware of them. And again, the subconscious mind does about 95 to 97% of the work. We're literally only consciously aware of 3 to 5% of the way we think, the way we feel, and what we believe. So what we think, feel, and believe are the instructions to the subconscious mind, and it creates that matching reality. And for the cherry on top of that, our brain is actually hardwired to a negative bias. So back in the day when we were hunting and gathering, had to be on high alert for the saber-toothed tiger to protect ourselves from the saber-toothed tiger about to attack us. We would shut down our frontal cortex, our immune system, to preserve that energy. And the brain hasn't evolved since. So this is why our limiting beliefs are the stronger ones, rather than the good things that we do want, because the brain believes that it needs to tone in on these limiting beliefs to keep us safe. So we literally don't even realize these thinking patterns, the negative self-talk that we do all day. All day. That's what the brain does. It sits there talking to itself. Okay, we're only consciously aware of 3 to 5%. So what are these limiting beliefs that I keep mentioning? Okay, limiting beliefs include things in some way, shape, or form. I'm not good enough. Other people are better than me. They have more experience. They've got, they've got better personalities than me. I'm not smart enough. I don't have confidence to do this or that. That's so hard for me. I don't deserve X or Y. Who am I to go do that? I always mess up. I never reach my goals. Nothing works out. I'll never be wealthy because my family isn't. Life is really hard. Got to work really hard. To get anything you want, it's really hard. You have to work really hard for money. I always meet the wrong person. People always leave me. I can't trust anyone. So these are the common limiting beliefs that most of us actually do have. These are the ones we adopted in childhood from other people. And again, we deal with these on the subconscious level. So we're not even realize that we're thinking these things all day, 95 to 97% of the time. And these are the instructions to the mind that create that matching reality. Okay. So these limiting beliefs, they literally play out on repeat, on autopilot. And they are the very cause of our overthinking, our overanalyzing, and creating the results in our lives that we do not want. However, I'm hoping right by now you are thinking, hang on a sec, if I'm carrying the beliefs of other people, I'm kind of hoping a light bulb moment has gone off. You're thinking that maybe, just maybe, that your beliefs are a little bit outdated. Well, of course, yeah, they're not serving you anymore. They're not the real you. These beliefs are not you. Okay. And what you are actually capable of. You are actually limitless. It's merely these old beliefs that have been programmed into your mind that are holding you back. The best news is that science and psychology have come so far and understand how the subconscious mind works so well. We're actually literally able to uncover the limiting beliefs everyone has, release them, reprogram them in the mind, and replace them with powerful beliefs, positive emotions to help you bulletproof your mindset and start creating the life that you do want. Now, I know you may be thinking, because I definitely used to think this too, I bet you're thinking a couple of things. That sounds like really hard work. And this type of work is in no way tangible for me. Maybe for other people, but it's not going to work for me. It's too hard. Anyone feeling a little bit like that? Well, hang around a little bit longer, because let us explain why this works easily for everyone that's willing to put in a little bit of time and effort. I'm going to explain how the subconscious mind works now and how it processes information from the world around you. Okay, so it actually starts on the right side here. Oh, come back. Where you see 11 million bits. Okay, so per second, 11 million bits of information come into your awareness through your 5 senses. Okay, so what does that mean? For example, let's say you're sitting on the freeway in peak hour traffic. Okay, your subconscious mind has seen every car, every make, every model, every color, every number plate, how many people are sitting in the car, if there's birds flying overhead, if there's a guy walking his dog on the side of the road, if there's birds flying overhead, what's playing on the radio, how your body feels on its chair, everything. Okay, but you don't need all that information. So the brain will do 3 things. Start over here again. 11 million bits of information coming per second through your 5 senses, and the brain will either delete, distort, or generalize that information, as you can see in the middle here. Okay, so for example, if you're on a freeway, it's peak hour traffic, you're not going to see every make, model, number plate, color of every car. You just see cars. It'll delete the birds flying overhead because you don't need to know that right now. Okay, so 11 million bits of information come in through your 5 senses, and the brain will either delete, distort, or generalize this information based on your unique programs, the time of day, where you are, your mood, your programming, the language you speak, the memories you have, your decision-making processes, your beliefs, your values, and your identity. So quickly again, 11 million bits come in through your 5 senses. The brain will either delete, distort, or generalize that information based on your unique filters. And then up here, you're only left with 126 bits of information. You lose almost 11 million bits of information. Okay, so how does the subconscious mind use this filtering process to create your reality? Let's say you tell your subconscious mind things like, I never reach my goals, making money is really hard, I never get on top of my bills, I'll never have a great career, my business is really hard to get off the ground. If you're consistently telling it these things, what it does is project these beliefs subconsciously to other people through your eye dilation, your skin shine, your muscle tone, the tone of your voice, the timbre of your voice, your posture, your gestures. Okay, it projects these things to other people, and that's why you attract the things that you don't want. Okay, I actually had a conversation with a friend of mine not so long ago, and she was telling me about an argument that she'd had with her partner. And she said, hang on a sec. So if this is true, he didn't even hear what I was saying. I'm like, no. She's like, huh. So it's my side of the story and his side of the story, and somewhere in the middle is that good old-fashioned thing called compromise. Because when she went back and asked him, when we had that argument the other week, did you hear me say this, 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 and that? And he's like, no, I heard you say something completely different. This is why you have an accident, for example, and you have 10 witnesses, and 10 witnesses see a completely different thing. There's 10 different stories of what happened. It's because we all process information uniquely based on our own filters. So back to your limiting beliefs. You're creating your whole life, your whole reality based on your unique filters. You are completely in charge of what you see coming up in your reality. Your subconscious mind is everything you tell it. It listens to all your thinking, all your beliefs, all your emotions, and gets to work to create it. It's your servant. It does everything you say. So when we're really listening to our thinking patterns, the negative self-talk, that's, we're not very kind to ourselves. So when we discover these programs are not even ours, can be done quite easily, and flipping the ones that don't serve us, we actually create our reality and our goals, the things that we do want. Okay, so the subconscious mind's main goal or main purpose is to keep you safe. And it does this based on your programs because it doesn't know any other way. It's not mean. It's not being, problematic. It just doesn't have any other way to do things. It will not allow you to be a liar. So it gets to work to make sure that all your beliefs, thoughts, and the way you feel about yourself are true. It creates everything you tell it, even if you don't really mean it. So start being very careful as of today, the things you're telling yourself. If you want to be in a loving relationship, for example, but you always tell yourself, people always leave me, I always get cheated on. Or if you're creating an argument in your partner, with your partner in your mind, how many times do we do that? We play out an argument. That's a program. That's an instruction to the mind. And the subconscious mind creates that to be a reality. Or if you're looking for a new person and you have these negative programs, unfortunately, you'll create a person to fulfill that program and not what you consciously want. Okay? So if you do empower yourself with positive goals, self-talk, affirmations, because the subconscious mind doesn't know it's real or not, and your imagination is your superpower, and you start shifting and believing those things, the subconscious mind will make those happen. There's a part in the brain called the reticular activating system. So when you use your imagination, use affirmations and focus on what you want, it's a very clear instruction to the mind of what to do, what to create for you. And this is why people can create things very effortlessly. And it's not because they're special. There's nothing different about those people than you. They just kind of figured out how to use their brain to make it work for them. Now, in your workbook, there are some really great tips on how you can take charge of your subconscious. Okay. Now, I want to give you another example, okay? It's very common for most people. You know how you might start on a new fitness or health journey, and you get really excited and really motivated. You buy the equipment, the membership, new shoes, new gym gear, you do a whole new grocery shop. You might even pull a treadmill in your house. But after a few weeks, the initial motivation wears off. One morning, the alarm goes off, you hit snooze and you roll over and you go back to bed. You kind of give up and you go back to your old habits. Do you really think that's you? Or you're not cut out for it? You don't deserve to be healthy and fit. It's too hard. Other people can do it, but not you. Not at all. It's because of your limiting beliefs. Your subconscious mind is trying to protect you. The negative thinking starts taking over, and the subconscious mind starts talking to you. It starts whispering, that endless talk that we all do all day. It's safer over there. You're hurting yourself. You're exerting yourself. Go back to where we're comfortable, that good old comfort zone. Just go over there. You won't get disappointed and you won't let yourself down. And we do just that. But what if we can shut that voice up for good? All the negative beliefs, the limiting self-talk. What if we could get rid of it all once and for all? What if we could replace it with consistent, empowering self-talk, positive beliefs that literally change the way you do things and keep you motivated? What might your life look like? What would you achieve? What amazing people will you start attracting into your life? Just knowing that your subconscious mind creates it all for you. And you can actually do that quite effortlessly and so much more. So guess what? This is how we're always manifesting. Whether you like the word manifesting or not, we manifest or create every single minute of every day for our whole lives. Our whole reality is created based on what you think, feel, and believe. Your subconscious mind merely listens to everything you tell it and gets to work to create it. Unfortunately, we're only consciously aware of 3 to 5% of what we think, feel, and believe, and the brain is hardwired to a negative bias. Okay. Now, your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings, they create an energy vibration. And I'm sure you're all aware of these two concepts. I'm sure everyone's heard of this. Everything in this entire universe is energy. And like energy attracts like energy. So if everything is energy, so are your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. And you can easily understand that by thinking about your own experiences in life. What is your energy like when something fun and exciting is happening, compared to when something worrying and terrible is happening? They are two completely different feeling states, right? Or energies. Now, when you hold or resonate with a certain belief system, it holds a certain frequency of energy. So you therefore create more of that energy in your life. You attract it. So life or the world reflects back to you the energy you're holding within you. In other words, you just attract more of the same. Your subconscious mind creates it. In this respect, life is just a mirror. And the way it's reflected back to you is essentially life's going to show you, it's going to tell you, yes, what you believe is true. What you really believe about yourself and what you really think is true about yourself is absolutely true. Yes, boss, here it is. Here's the evidence. And the way that happens is that other people and circumstances, they'll tell you, they'll show you, they will confirm that what you think and feel about yourself is how they see you too. This is how you're manifesting every day already. Let's go back to the example of money. How life will mirror back to you, yourself, in terms of money, is that if you dominantly, most of the time, feel wealthy, if you feel abundant most of the time, like, I'm always taken care of, things always work out, I can always buy what I want, nothing's off limits to me, I'm totally safe when it comes to money. Life is going to mirror that inner experience back to you, where you're going to very naturally just create a reality where all of that is true. So both your subconscious mind and your vibration will create it. It's a combination of new beliefs, thinking patterns, and energy that does it for you. Because you can't lie to your subconscious mind. You can't say affirmations, I'm wealthy, I'm always taken care of, I have so much money, but it's not here yet. And every time a bill comes in, I'm freaking out. And I keep checking my bank balance. And your subconscious mind is saying, dude, you're telling me one thing that you want, but then you're showing me something different. I don't know what to do. So if you don't currently have a positive, consistent mindset about money or wealth, that's what's holding you back. So people do use affirmations to, start rewiring their programming and to start manifesting money, for example, but you can't just say empty words. You've got to believe it's true for you. So to raise that energy vibration, so your brain actually believes you mean it, okay? So it's all about shifting from the current belief system you have that isn't serving you and helping you create the life that you want, to a belief system that firmly says, with full conviction, I am this person, this is what I have, and what I deserve, and the subconscious mind gets to work to create it. So talking about things like you have them now, it's very strong instruction to the mind. Wanting manifests more wanting. Having manifests having. The brain kind of freaks out a little bit. Oh my goodness, my human thinks it already has it. I've got to get to work to make it happen. And that's when you hear about all these amazing success stories. So it's about that consistent shifting to that new identity. So what are the 2 keys to manifesting? Self-concept and living in the end. Now, your self-concept is your identity, and it creates your whole world. It is number 1. Isn't that funny? It always comes back to us. So your self-concept is who you think you are. It's what you think and feel and believe about yourself in here. And it's what you think, feel, and believe about yourself in here that is reflected back to you by the outside world out there. Because yeah, that's what your subconscious mind creates. So if you already had your dreams, your goals, your desires, you'd be thinking and feeling a certain way. You'd be relieved. You'd be happy. You'd be grateful. So if you did want to create wealth, a successful business, or a beautiful family dynamic, the ultimate health and fitness, the greatest relationship of your life, come back to that question. Who would I be if I already had this? You'd feel amazing. You'd be thinking positively. You'd have empowering thinking patterns. Your subconscious mind will believe you and create more of it. And again, when we start to affirm these things in the right way, with the right tools, and we're going to get into that soon too, and a game plan to stay on track, you start to shift your belief system in here and shape who you are here. And it changes your outside world. We don't create the things that we want. We don't achieve the things that we want merely because of our limiting beliefs, particularly around self-worth. So again, in relationships, we may have beliefs or thoughts about being abandoned. People always leave me. People always give up on me. Relationships never work out. I'm always giving more than what I get. So when you have these beliefs, that's exactly what you create. So creating the life you want always starts with you. It always starts with you. We work on our self-concept or our identity. Learn how to fall deep into self-worth. Fully love and accept ourselves so that the outside world and the people and situations we do attract reflect that back to us. If your belief system in a relationship is, I am loved, I am chosen, I'm pursued, I'm always a priority. If you believe those things about yourself, you would attract the people in your life that reflect that back to you. There's no other way it can go. Your subconscious mind will get to work to find that person to treat you based on your dominant beliefs. Now, I want you to remember something. I believe this is really powerful, and it's really empowering in terms of taking back your power from anything outside of you. Everyone in life is you in here pushed out. Whatever is going on in the inside is always reflected back to you by the outside world. So learn to create an unshakable self-concept in here that drops deep into self-worth and self-love, increases our vibration, and therefore we attract the same back by the outside world. Okay. So number 2 key to manifesting anything you want is living in the end. And living in the end is so unbelievably simple if you let it be. And you have all the right tools and information, but basically you want to tap into, how would I feel if I already had what I wanted? My goal, my dream, my person. And then you start to embody that feeling state of having that desire. So if you embody it, how do you show up in the world? How do you think and feel about yourself? How do that person hold their body? What's their energy like? What do they like to be around? How do they communicate with people? So when you embody that, it must manifest. Your subconscious mind will get to work and create whatever you tell it. As long as you believe it yourself, your subconscious mind won't do anything you don't believe. So remember how I've said a couple of times now, the subconscious mind doesn't know what's real or not. It thinks in pictures. So when we do use our imagination, We create the picture of our goal in our mind. It doesn't matter what it is. Love, money, business, career, health, wealth, it doesn't matter. If you focus on that, embed that picture in your subconscious mind. We've got some really amazing like NLP tools that we can use for that. Your subconscious mind thinks it's already done and it gets to work to complete it. Now, most people who've ever heard of manifesting, I'm sure have heard of the law of attraction. But I like to base all my manifesting on the universal law of assumption. It combines a lot of things that I feel are very important in terms of the mind, energy, and spirituality. It's much more powerful, in my opinion. I've been doing this a long time, and I have just seen the most incredible results. So the law says, whatever you assume to be true will be reflected back to you in your reality. And to get whatever you want, you simply have to assume the feeling of already having it. The reason for this is that nothing exists outside your own consciousness. And your entire life and experience of the world is merely a symbolic representation of where your consciousness currently stands. So as you've probably figured out already, to change anything in your life, you have to change your beliefs and assumptions about you and what that goal is. So the law of assumption says, whatever you assume to be fact will be mirrored back to you by the outside world. The way the brain works, whatever you think, feel, and believe, the subconscious mind gets to work to create it for you. Combine those two things together, and you are a powerhouse.
Now, we've spoken quite a bit around manifestation, and now we'd love to share some of the most powerful manifesting techniques. I'm sure most people have heard about these things, but maybe they don't quite understand the depth of them or how to really make them work in terms of completely shifting your self-concept, your limiting beliefs, and stepping into the version of you who is actually able to live in the end. Now, affirmations are a great way to start working on shifting your identity to the person that you wish to be. They help you rewire your current thinking pattern and shift into the feeling state of already having you there. Feeling is really the key to successful manifesting because it helps you to live in that end. Then we have visualization. Visualization works with your very powerful imagination, your key to impress into your subconscious mind what you want it to create. So you give it instructions, but that it also helps you live in that end state. Now remember, your subconscious mind thinks in pictures. So pick a really lovely, simple scene that feels good to you to think about and capture that feeling like a photo. Capture the feeling, the thoughts that you would have if it was already done. So if you're manifesting a specific person, for example, it could be as simple as a picture of cuddling on the couch, or it could be seeing yourself feeling amazing in the mirror at your healthiest body weight, or sitting at the desk of your new job feeling so proud and so happy. By practicing this scene, this picture becomes very real to you and your mind. And yes, therefore, your subconscious mind then gets to work to create it. Then there's scripting, one of my absolute favorite techniques, because it's like putting your order into the universe. So here you delve into your imagination and write journal entries as if you've just had the most perfect day where your goal has materialized and already happened. It could be the perfect date with your specific person. It could be a hugely successful product launch. It could be experiencing a day full of energy and exercise, just feeling amazing. You imagine this perfect day and you write it all down on paper as if it's already happened. What did you see? What did you hear? What were you wearing that day? Who was around you? You capture all of those in that script. Then all these techniques work on both subconscious mind level, where you focus on means that your subconscious will get to work to create it. But it also works on an energetic level where it raises your vibration. See, when you're doing these techniques and dropping into the beautiful imaginal acts of it's already having been there, having your goals and dreams and desires already achieved, when you have the right framework for that to put it all together, you are raising your vibration very naturally. And then, of course, like energy attracts like energy. So you easily materialize what you truly want into your reality. So that is how the science of the mind, combined with mindset work around your self-concept and self-worth and manifesting, create the reality that you do want. Now, we know that these techniques work. Science has now undoubtedly proven them to work. However, on their own, they naturally take about 6 to 12 months to create the internal shifts you are seeking. But in a few moments, we're going to share with you how you can actually get these shifts in a matter of sometimes 10 minutes or so. So how does everyone feel about that? Are you feeling a little bit more confident about how possible it is for you to step into the most powerful creator of your life? If you feel comfortable, we'd love for you to share it in the chat below. Share if there's anything specific that you have learned that maybe stood out to you. Bring it on. Absolutely, Lenny. Love that. That's great. Now, to further support you all in integrating everything we've learned today, I would also love you to guide you through a short yet powerful activation where we get to connect to our true higher self and actually see what's possible for us if we only listen and believe. So find a quiet and comfortable space where you can relax and focus now. Take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Just focusing on your breath and the sound of my voice, tuning out everything else around you. Begin by closing your eyes and taking a few deep, intentional breaths now. Inhale deeply, filling your lungs with air, holding it for a second, and exhaling slowly, releasing any tension you may be holding on to. Taking another deep breath in, allowing yourself to sink deeper into relaxation with your next exhale. One more deep breath in, and on the next exhale, sinking even deeper into a state of being, a state of calm. Now we're going to set your intention to focus on connecting with your higher self and uncovering your true desires. Trust that the answers you seek are already within you, waiting to be discovered. I invite you to visualize yourself surrounded by a warm, loving light. Feel this light enveloping you, filling you with a sense of peace and tranquility. As you bask in this light, imagine a doorway appearing before you. You are now safe to step through the doorway into a beautiful garden. This garden represents your inner sanctuary, a place where your higher self resides. So take a moment to explore this garden, noticing the sights, the sounds, and the sensations around you. Now envision yourself sitting in the center of the garden, surrounded by vibrant flowers and beautiful brush greenery. Now you feel the presence of your higher self beside you. And they are radiating such pure love and wisdom. So take a moment now to connect with your higher self. Ask them any questions you may have about your true desires, your true purpose, or anything else that is on your heart. And listen closely for the whispers of your higher self. Trust your intuition and the guidance that comes through. Do not overthink it. Your higher self knows exactly what is best for you and will lovingly guide you towards the highest path. All you have to do is open yourself up to this connection. Open yourself to any messages you may get, or it may just be a feeling, a knowing. And again, trust that you are receiving exactly what you are meant to. Now I invite you to visualize yourself living your dream life. You see yourself so happy, so fulfilled, and so aligned with your true higher purpose. I want you to imagine all of your desires manifesting effortlessly and abundantly. What do you see there? What do you feel? What do you hear when you're living your dream life? What are you wearing? Which people are around you right now? I want you to feel the excitement and joy bubbling up within you as you envision all your dreams becoming a reality. You know now that anything is possible when you align with the frequency of your true desires. Now let's take a moment to express gratitude, deep gratitude for this connection with your higher self and for the clarity and insights you know deep inside you have received. I want you to trust that this connection will continue to strengthen and deepen over time. And when you feel ready, slowly bring your awareness back to the present moment. You can wiggle your fingers and toes and gently open your eyes. I want you to carry this sense of connection and clarity with you as we move forward. How did we find this? Did we receive some beautiful inner guidance or some clarity that you were seeking, perhaps? I trust that you received exactly what you were meant to receive today. Now, taking another deep breath in, or perhaps taking a sip of water, I'm going to remind you that we told you at the beginning of this class that we would tell you about our amazing membership. We are so excited to share it with you now. So if it's okay with you, we would love to tell you about it and invite you to join us. Would you like our full guidance and support on your journey of stepping into your most powerful self to manifest what you truly desire? We would love to welcome you to the Higher Self Activation Vault, or as we call it lovingly, the Vault. This is why we believe the Vault is different to anything else out there. In the Vault, we dive deep in to learn about the power of the subconscious mind and how to use it easily to manifest whatever it is you want. Remember, we mentioned those manifesting techniques earlier that, again, are proven scientifically to work and yet take roughly 6 to 12 months to get there. Where in the Vault, we will equip you with some pretty powerful NLP techniques that can get you there in a matter of weeks. Sorry, in a matter of minutes, I should say. We're going to smash through some limiting beliefs that are keeping you small, and we learn the exact manifestation techniques that will powerfully shift your belief system and your self-concept. We'll learn how to easily and effortlessly live in that end state that we keep talking about, and you get supported through it all every step of the way. The vault is a sacred and safe place with like-minded souls, where you're going to experience some somatic empowerment practices and heart activations. You experience energy balancing tools and techniques. We release emotional blocks holding you back from achieving all your goals and dreams. We learn how to master your mindset so that your thoughts are positive and empowering. We learn the art of combining the power of your subconscious mind and universal law to therefore effortlessly manifest your desires. And when you join the Vault as a member, you receive live monthly empowering workshops just like this one. We have live meditations and healing activations. You get access to live emotional freedom techniques, as well as mini and full courses such as how to develop an unshakable self-concept and some deep self-love embodiment. And we get to drop into the powerful connection between your subconscious mind and manifesting. There are workbooks, there are quarterly challenges, there's an incredibly supportive community of like-minded souls, and so much more. Now, once you join our membership, all I have mentioned is available for you instantly. And on top of that, we update it all with new resources for you on a monthly basis, so you are continuously guided and supported on your journey. Now, the total value of all of this is $318 per month. But this is not what you're going to pay today. That is just the overall value on a monthly basis. So when you join us today, you get access to all of this for just $7 per month. Yes, you heard me right, only $7 per month. See, we are so passionate about fulfilling our life's purpose of reaching as many people as we can to teach them just how powerful they truly are, that we wanted to make this an absolute no-brainer for you. And to top it off, we are also offering you a lifetime price guarantee on your membership, which means even if the membership price ends up increasing down the track, your monthly price of only $7 per month remains for the life of your membership. Now, before we do get to the Q&A, we'd like to address some of the most common frequently asked questions that we get. The first one is always, well, this seems like really hard work. Let us tell you. Does it? See, by joining us, you're actually saving so much time and energy when you invest in this membership, and especially saving time from making mistakes that I know we made on our journey by staying in your current reality. You're going to get the full guidance, support, and resources that are not only proven to work, but also generate powerful and swift results. See, some of the resources in there are actually the same resources and support that our one-on-one clients and ourselves use, and it's changed our lives. And to top it off, we've done all the work, all the research for you. I want to share one of our client testimonials now, Emily. After talking with a therapist for a month, I felt like I was in a rut emotionally. A lot of what I had repressed from years growing up has come to the surface, and I didn't know what to do with them. And the talk therapy was really not the answer. I had 6 sessions with you, and within the first 2 sessions, you helped me to release the core emotions that I discovered I didn't know what to do with. I was honest when I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do the work, the hard work with you, whether there is the right way to really do it. But you assured me and helped me to overcome the thoughts that the ego creates. You checked in with me throughout the week and ultimately helped me to liberate myself and grow as a person. And since completing the sessions, I now feel like I'm at peace with my story. I am present and I feel unstoppable. Another question we get is, does manifesting work for absolutely everybody? Well, sorry to tell you, your mind is not that special. We're all wired exactly the same. So remember, we manifest every single day. We have therefore created everything in our life so far. Yes, fully acknowledge that's sometimes a bit hard to swallow. Until now, you have been manifesting subconsciously. So therefore, when you learn how to identify the negative self-talk and limiting beliefs that are currently stopping you from having the life you want, when you refocus your thoughts and energy to focus on what you do want, that is what real manifesting is. Can I literally manifest anything? Yes, absolutely. Remember that we manifest every single day. We've therefore, just as I've mentioned, created everything in our life so far. So if there is something in your life that you don't like, it is more likely there because of the limiting beliefs, because of that negative self-talk and double-mindedness. Therefore, when you join our membership, you can learn to manifest a wide range of things, be it money, a specific person, a new job, perhaps a healthy body or a weight release, and some amazing friends, as well as so much more. This is one of our other testimonials that we'd love to share from Anthony. Anthony has been on a soul growth path for a long time and knew that the right coach would make a huge difference. And in a very synchronistic way, the universe has placed us in front of him. He says, your abilities to get to the cause of the beliefs that are not serving you are quite amazing. I can't say how much I truly appreciate what your work has done for me, and I will continue to do as I continue to do the work. Another question we get, aren't limiting beliefs really hard to reprogram? It seems to be quite a common thought. Not at all. It's literally just an assumption. Because remember, whatever we assume ends up hardening into a hard fact. It is also a very common limiting belief that the work is hard. So therefore, it can take a long time. Now, all you need to change anything in your life is just the desire to do so and the understanding that consciousness is the only reality. Sharing one more testimonial with you from the lovely Caroline. My journey has not only transformed my life, but also the depths of my soul. I am forever grateful for your guidance, awakening my spirit. I finally found out who I really am. Before, I lacked confidence, limited myself. I didn't think I could achieve and always questioned my worth. Whereas now I'm the most confident I've ever been, achieving milestones that I've only ever dreamt of and manifesting so much positive energy into my life. And today I actually conquered fear. My perception of life is no longer limited to what I think, but now to trust what I already know. The universe has a crazy way of bringing forward people that are meant to be a part of your life. And I'm so thankful the universe has brought me to you. I am eternally thankful that you've helped me to find what was already mine. So why do other people fail, Olga?
That's the question, I think. So the number one reason is that people think they can do it by themselves, okay, without the right tools, techniques, and game plan. Honestly, when people usually come into my space, it's like I've had this big light bulb moment, Olga. I've watched all the YouTube videos, I follow all the right people, I've read all the books, I've done all the online courses, but I don't actually know how to put it into action in my life. That's when I know when I've hit my dream client, because they're like, okay, they're ready to make change. So that's really exciting for a coach. What you do need to understand is that it has been a lifetime of social conditioning that needs to be undone or reprogrammed. We're talking possibly 20, 30, 40, 50 years of programming, and it can even be generational. Science has proven this. Science has proven that we carry up to 14 generations of beliefs, emotions, thinking patterns, and trauma in our DNA, in something called epigenomes. Science has proven 14 up to this date. In the work that Ina and I both do, we've proven that it goes way further than that. Okay. So without a deep understanding of how the mind works and how to put it all together with the right tools and techniques, that it actually does feel effortless. It's kind of impossible to do it on your own. So the Q&As are coming up in a couple of moments. So if any questions have popped up for anybody during our teaching component today, go ahead and pop them in the chat and we'll get to them very, very shortly. However, if you are ready to come into our space and work a little bit closer with us, if you're ready to drop those cycles of overthinking, overanalyzing, the negative self-talk, maybe a little bit of a negative self-concept, if you're ready to stop talking yourself out of situations because you don't feel confident in achieving them, if you're interpreting things the wrong way based on old programs that don't serve you, you want to feel more confident, you want to step into a more powerful self-concept or identity. This is just a really quick reminder of everything that is included when you enroll now into the Vault. So we have live monthly empowering workshops. We have live monthly meditations and healing activations. We have live emotional freedom techniques. You're going to learn how to develop an unshakable self-concept and deep self-love embodiment. Okay, we have these incredible workshops that take you on a really big journey. Okay, you're going to drop into the powerful connection between your subconscious mind and manifesting. You're going to learn how to put the two together and start creating huge shifts in your reality. You're going to get heaps of workbooks, quarterly challenges, okay, and an incredibly supportive community of like-minded souls. And you're not going to pay $318 per month, which is the value of it. I promise we calculated it all out. We wanted to be very honest about what the value was. But for today's webinar, it's $7 per month. Now, as promised at the beginning of the masterclass, to thank you for staying here until the end of the class, we're giving away a free 24-page workbook for you called Reclaim Your Power in Love. It's full of exercises that actually do really help you. Okay, so we'll drop that link into the chat now. And we are very grateful that you've stayed to the end and contributed your amazing energy. A lot of my clients have had some beautiful progress with this book, so I know you're going to also find it very helpful. Okay, so I just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being with us. And now it's Q&A time. So let us check the chat and make sure you get all your questions answered. So anything you learned today, maybe some aha moments or light bulb moments, any questions about the Vault? How many people are in the group? At the moment, there are 12 people in the group. Okay, this is the first time we've done a masterclass to invite the more general public. Up until this point, we've kept it for our private clients. Do you do one-on-one coaching? Ina and I both do one-on-one coaching separately to the Vault. We can chat about that another time if you want. I appreciate the question, Jenna. Yeah, you can absolutely ask verbally. Lenny, you have a question?
Can't hear you, Lenny.
Are there any other questions? What did we think of the material we shared today? Limiting beliefs. Excellent question, Jenna. So our limiting beliefs do sit on the subconscious level. Now,
Can you hear me there now?
Oh, yep. I'm just answering another question, Lenny. I'll get back to you in 1 second. So as Ina mentioned earlier, things like affirmations and visualizations, they do help start rewiring things, but they can take a really long time. Now, science and research have proven we can absolutely go into the subconscious mind and reprogram them. So some of the tools that we use to do this are things like neurolinguistic programming, time techniques, and neural energetic encoding. So these three different modalities have a combination of around 20 different techniques that go into the subconscious level and rewire your limiting
Can you hear me there now?
Yes, Lenny. So we're going to, what we can do when we have our workshops and our live calls, we also do hot seat coaching.
Can you hear me there now?
Ina, can you please send?
Yes, Lenny. Can you hear me?
Ina, maybe send Lenny a message in the chat so he can read it. So what these techniques do, they take 10 minutes each. They go straight into the subconscious mind. They reprogram your beliefs within 10 minutes. So we're going to have a little bonus dropping into the vault, into the membership next month. I've created some techniques on video and on recordings where you'll be able to use them to reprogram them yourself as well. So these techniques, all backed by science, work 100% of the time. Again, your brain works the exact same way as everybody else's. The same way you kind of don't think about what your heart or your liver does every day, your brain is exactly the same. So the way it works is pretty well understood, and these techniques work 100% of the time. So again, neurolinguistic programming, time techniques, and neural energetic encoding. Great question. Are there any other questions that we can help with today? How did we find the content we shared? We'd love some feedback. Really important to us. We know all the sciencey jargon behind it, so we tried our very best to break it down as simply as we could. Were you able to follow along? So while everyone is typing out their questions, I do want to address a couple that I do get all the time. Okay. So one of those questions is, am I locked into some kind of contract with your membership? Absolutely not. You can cancel at any time. Okay, it's not a contract. So the other question I always get is, how long do I have access to all the recordings? And the answer is you get access to the student portal for as long as you're a member with us. So we have our beautiful Facebook group where we do a lot of the stuff in there, but you also have access to a student portal, all the recordings, all the workbooks, all the mini courses, they sit there for you as well. If you can't make something live, you can access them either way. So the student portal allows for you to track your progress as well. So you have access to all that for as long as you're a member with us. Okay. Yes, we also get access to the private Facebook group where you can get your questions answered. You also get a live Q&A with Ina and I every month where we absolutely answer all your questions there too. Are there any other questions?
I do believe Lenny had a question, but he seems to be struggling with the audio. So Lenny, if you can hear us, we will get back to you and connect with you outside of this masterclass and see how we can support you best there.
So I am dropping the link to the vault inside our inside the chat. If you're curious about having a look at that, it's all laid out really beautifully there for you. So you can see what's included, what isn't included. You can absolutely reach out to us if you have any questions. Are there any other questions at all that we can help with? Anything about what we learned today? About how manifesting the subconscious mind works? No? Well, then I'm going to say a huge thank you. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for being here with us today. We're really grateful that you're here and we loved being in your energy. Oh, hi, Lenny. You're back.
I'm back.
For us.
Sorry about the gremlins in my connections.
That's okay. Technology does that.
You'll probably remember our sessions from 12, 18 months ago, where
Mhm.
I was working on clearing away those limiting beliefs around the family generational stuff.
Yeah,
So I can vouch for that.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And I'm still healing a lot of that family generational trauma as well.
Yeah. You've done
So for
amazing work
example,
so far. I hope you're still being consistent.
yeah, well, my finances is not showing consistency at the moment.
Okay, so let's focus on that for you next, okay?
Yep. And the
Perfect.
other thing I was going to say around the family history, so the healing the family trauma in that sense, because our my older brother, he's had to do some PI work for medical reasons.
Mm-hmm.
We've just found out that Dad had a younger half brother, and Rod, my older brother, he's already met him, and I would love to meet him. And as soon as we saw the photo of this younger brother, it was like Dad all over again.
Wow.
And then he confirmed to us what we suspected around Dad,
Okay.
like what happened with Dad and his upbringing.
Okay, so just maybe be a little bit more mindful of what you share next so that everyone's remaining in a very safe space.
Yeah, he confirmed that Dad was born to an unwed teenage mother
Okay. Yeah.
back in the 1940s.
Yeah. Okay.
So there was a lot
So
of
that brought up
trauma
quite a bit.
around that.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, we can talk about that offline. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing. I really see here, I hear your vulnerability and I really respect that. But we can talk about that offline, Lenny. Thank you for sharing.
yeah, yeah. I just share because I love sharing.
I know. I know. We are very grateful that you're all here. Thank you so much. Here is again what we can offer you in the vault. We really do hope to see you in that space. It'll be absolutely amazing to have you join us there. Again, I just dropped the link into the chat. If you're curious of having a look in that page, reach out to us if you have any questions whatsoever. Other than that, on behalf of Ina and myself, thank you so much. We really appreciate you.